Let me make sure it comes up. There it goes, right? Excellent, excellent, it says, but it's still a black screen. That's weird. There it goes. Okay, that was weird. All right, so I don't know. That was strange. Anyway, today was Matt. Oh my gosh, Brian Walshe. And the minute they opened up court, they said, "Does the defense bring any witnesses?" And defense said no. And she's like, "Okay." And she gets up and she tells the jury they can go. Bye. Get a good rest. And tomorrow we're going to do the closing arguments and we'll do your jury instructions and you'll go into deliberations. And then she talked to the Commonwealth and she talked to the defense and said she stayed late, I guess, yesterday or something and worked on the jury instructions and she went over it with them. And I don't know anybody that saw this. I mean, I like the judge and everything, but she cannot take any constructive criticism. Did anybody notice that? So the Commonwealth says to her, they're reading a sentence that she has, and they're like, "I think it would be best if you put tried to dispose of a body," or instead of like she had that he took steps to dispose of Anna Walsh's body or something, or conceal, whichever. And they were right. Commonwealth was right. And even the defense agreed with them. And the defense was like, I think they said like the word, and she was like, "What do you mean? What is confusing about it?" Like first she's telling them, let's go over this. And then when they have an issue with it, she goes like this, "What do you mean? I don't understand. So you want me to take out what word? What's confusing about it?" So it seemed like she was like really stuck on what she wrote. I mean, and I do like her, but it was weird. And then she kind of toned it down, but that from that first thing. And then she finally said to them, she's been there on the bench since 2017, and she said she doesn't make copies of the jury instructions because in the morning she reads it to them. And when she reads it to them, no matter how hard she tried to make sure everything was perfect, there's going to be a wayward S or there's going to be something that's wrong. And she strikes it out and then she tells them about the error. And she said, in all those years, I've never once read jury instructions and had no mistakes. So she said, if that happens tomorrow, that'll be the first time. But that's why I don't give them to follow along. She goes, I'll give it to you, the lawyers, if you want to look at it. But she had that, when I do that, I have to go through it first, and then I'll make the changes, and then I'll get them the copies and tell them. So that's what it was today. And after he kept getting that red thing in the face here. So, I think, I mean, their opening statements were not long. I don't think their closing arguments are going to be that long. I think the jury should get to deliberation. I think they might have a verdict tomorrow. I don't know. They might have a verdict tomorrow. Do you think they'll have a verdict tomorrow? Let's see. Let's do a poll if you think they will. If they'll get a verdict tomorrow. Start a poll, right? Did I do that right? Let me see. Whoops. Okay. We'll see. We'll put a poll up and see if you guys think there will be. I don't know. I know that, was it last Friday that they got the verdict right away in that other case with that, whatever they called her, the beauty the pageant queen, the one who killed her boyfriend's baby. They got that fast. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's much, I think there's a lot of evidence out there of what happened. So, I would say they're probably going to get a verdict. Now, whoever voted just said, the two people that just voted said no. They're not going to. Hello, Heart. Hi, Jen Grill. Hello to Scooter. What did you say? You don't think there'll be a verdict, Heart? I think if they get done soon enough, I don't know how long she's going to take with her jury instructions, because she could take an hour. And if they each took an hour but yeah, I still think they'd get a verdict tomorrow. If it goes to deliberation by 1 o'clock after lunch, I think they'll have a verdict. And you know what? They always seem to time it for the Friday. And these people don't want to come back again on a Monday, especially not before Christmas. They probably want to do Christmas shopping. They probably want to decorate their houses. Yeah, I'd say they want to do that. So that's that. And as someone asked me about another trial, and was it you, Scooter, that you said something about another trial? I don't know. I thought Courtney Clenny was supposed to go to trial this month, but I don't know what's going on with that. But they have an arrest in that David case, but it's not David. It's somebody that they thought was going to talk or something. I don't know. I'll look at that, but they still haven't got an arrest in the Anna, the one that was killed on the cruise ship. There hasn't been an arrest there. There has not been an arrest in the Arkansas. Hi, Anna. How are you? I would say verdict before lunch tomorrow. Count. You say before, Anna? Anna, you left me a comment. I didn't understand it. I hope you understand what I said, because you said something like, Carolyn, what something, or I don't know. And I said, Anna, I don't know what you mean, but I didn't know what you meant. I think maybe it was a spell autocorrect or something, and I didn't know what it was, so I wrote to you. I don't know what it was, but you think it's going to be before lunch, Anna? Okay. I don't know if it'll be before lunch. Sometimes it is. Sometimes they stay for the lunch, if it's going to be good or something. I don't know. Sometimes they stay for the lunch. But I really do. We had another case last year. I forget which one it was, but it was around Christmas time. And I said, they want to get out. They want to, because I think they missed, they didn't miss their Black Friday shopping because they didn't start it, but they missed their Cyber Monday. And if they wanted to do that, you've been fighting with what? With the poll, it won't let you vote? It won't let you. Oh, why did you? Oh, you can't change your vote? You wrote the wrong thing? Okay, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me see here. But we're going to look at the other headlines anyway, and I will check out that David thing, because there was an arrest made. But like I said, it's not David. It's not David. Okay. So let me go and find it. Let's see what else is going on. And I haven't really been on social media because I've been going through stuff today, and I found a lot of stuff. And I've been going through like different ornaments. I've got stuff here to go to Michael and Gia, because I'm they want certain ornaments, and I have a lot of Disney ornaments, and so I've been putting stuff aside, and then I've been changing some of the dolls into Christmas stuff, Christmas attire that I keep on display, and showed Scooter one today. And let's see. But that's what I've been doing. Oh, and I baked chocolate chip muffins because Ethan's supposed to come home from college tomorrow, but he's not feeling good. Now, he just told me tonight he doesn't feel good, so I told him to go to the health center in the morning and see what's going on, and so we'll see on that one. All right, let me see now. What am I trying to find? Oh, I'm trying to find what's going on in the world. Now I know what I'm trying to find. All right, let's see what I don't, this David thing. Let's see what happens. A witness refused to rat out I guess David, let's see, the president of the touring company was grilled by a deputy district attorney in front of a grand jury, and they were grilled on why they didn't call the police after the body of Celeste was discovered in his client's car. The grand jury's hearing evidence in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And so Robert, Morgan Roth, the general manager of Mogul Vision, David with a letter number 4, right? D4VD, S. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? VD. Record label is also the president of Zara Brothers Travel, and that's David with a 4 VD's tour company. He testified all day. At one point, people in the hallway said that he came out into the hallway and he talked to his lawyer so loud that everybody could hear him. Let's see. He referred to Beth Silverman, the deputy DA, and said she was very pushy on why I didn't call the police. And then there's another female witness. So are they getting ready to make the arrest of David within number 4? Probably. And I'm just surprised they haven't made the arrest on either the lady in Arkansas who was killed with her twins, and I'm surprised they haven't made an arrest in that cruise ship with Anna Kepner. I don't know. It's now let's see here. You know, they always say that before Christmas there's an increase in annihilations and stuff like that. Well, we're really seeing that, but this guy here, Colorado mother of 3 was found dead in a trash can more than a week after she was reported missing. Thomas Perales is charged with the death of 37-year-old Annette Valdez. Valdez was last seen on November 28th when relatives said she had not returned home after Thanksgiving. Her body was found on December 4th near Willowbrook Park in Westminster, and that's a suburb of Denver. Perales was arrested the next day. His arrest affidavit said that he carried her body wrapped in blankets in a shopping cart for days. He pushed her around in a shopping cart for days. He reportedly told police that during an interview that he blacked out while arguing with her on Thanksgiving, and then he put his hand over her mouth and got her in a chokehold. And he said later he found her unresponsive and he panicked. I love how these guys are panicking, right? The other guy panicked too. Brian Walshe, he panicked. Well, this guy panicked and put her in a trash can to get her body out of the apartment. You know, I killed my wife and paraded her around, he told detectives. According to court records, Perales has a history of domestic violence, including Valdez and her children. More recently, October 24th, Valdez telephoned her mother, said she was scared of Perales. He tried to pry the door open with a knife or kick it in, and she watched it on her Ring camera. When officers responded, they found the deadbolt so damaged they believed it was slightly ajar, and the Ring camera and peephole was smeared with red paint. They found Perales nearby carrying a red paint marker. He was arrested and charged with domestic violence, violation of a protection order, criminal mischief, and obstructing a police officer, but he was handed a probation sentence and released from jail, leaving him free to murder Valdez 2 weeks later. Great job there. Police records show that there were multiple recent domestic violence-related cases, 67 in the last 2 years, relating to Perales and Valdez. Her family said she was trying to separate from him for years. We've tried so much to get her away from him, said her brother. Every single time she went right back saying, that's my kid's father. Valdez's 3 daughters are now staying with family who is raising money for a funeral and to support the children. She's a domestic violence victim. It changes your brain, so she would let him back. But she filed for protection orders, but the court just kept letting him back on the streets. Perales has now been charged with second-degree murder, violation of a protection order, domestic violence, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence, and he's been given a $100,000 bond. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, now wait, they're saying there's a girl missing in New York, but let's hope that when I go and check it out, she's been found. Let's see. A lot of times when I go and check it out, she's found, which I hope is this case. Let's see. Reported missing in Albany. Well, out of abundance of caution, let's just do it just in case. Put her picture out there. 15 years old in Albany, New York, missing. Let's see. She's, let's see, it was filed December 3rd. And around 11:05 p.m., according to the Albany Police Department, she's believed to still be in the local area. Anyone with information, please call 518-438-4000. And let's see, we have a physical description of her. Let's see. Natalia Oliver is her name. But see, it's telling me the page that I was looking for is not there. So I would think they found her unless they have the wrong link. That's so weird. But just in case. Let's see if they found her. Let me put her name in and see if they found her. Natalia Oliver. A young girl is out there tonight. No, they're still saying that, let me see, be on the lookout. Reportedly missing in Albany. Can we get a physical description here of how tall she is? Let's see. Natalie is just 15. This is so strange. I've not seen something where they don't even have what she was wearing or anything. Let me see. It's very odd. Or even like, it says her family is pleading for the community's help. She was last seen December 3rd. But it's still not saying anything about her height, weight, what she was wearing. It's just, that's odd. Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on. Hope she's found safe. Winter storm warning as 15 inches of snow to strike. Extreme caution. Where's that coming? Winter storm warning. Up to 15 inches of snow. Oh, wow. Listen. Where is this coming? Saying the state's likely to be impacted: New York, Ohio, Kentucky, Montana, Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Alaska. What? All right. Let's see what's happening. Let's take a look at the storm watch. If this is... I thought it was supposed to storm today, but it's... Let's see when this is coming. Well, see, this says Thursday, New York and Ohio. That's what I thought. Thursday morning until Thursday afternoon. So I think we're in the clear. Southern Erie County is from Thursday to Friday morning with the heaviest snowfall overnight on Thursday. Wyoming and the Allegheny County could get 7 inches of snow up until Friday morning. Cranford County in Ohio are going to see 5 inches and 30-mile-per-hour winds until Friday morning. Kentucky, east central, northeast, north central, and southeast Kentucky, including Knott and Perry counties, could get 2 to 5 inches until Friday morning. Montana and Indiana between 2 and 4 inches to fall. Central, south central, southeast, southwest, west central, Thursday afternoon until Friday morning. Illinois, parts of central, east central, southeast, west central may see up to 5 inches from Thursday until early Friday morning. Pennsylvania, 1 to 5, Thursday until Friday morning. So we could still see that. We're close to Pennsylvania. We'll see what happens. Okay. Back to, see what else. Former One Direction opener Cameron Magnus dead at 26, they say. First accumulating snow. Oh, this is, I heard about this. In New Jersey, apparently some guy that they thought was a hero, that he was trying to help somebody, they found out that he started the fire. Let me see, what was his name? His name is a man highly regarded in his New Jersey neighborhood as the street mayor, was celebrated for apparently trying to rescue his next-door neighbor from a house fire. But now authorities believe he's the one that actually started the fire. William Ahle, A-H-L-E, 70 years old, has been charged with first-degree murder, first-degree felony murder, first-degree burglary, and second-degree aggravated arson. The Union County Prosecutor's Office announced he was arrested on Wednesday and placed in the Middlesex County Jail. In the early hours of July 25th, a fire broke out at a home in Kempshale Terrace in Fanwood, New Jersey, a small town in north-central New Jersey. Fire crews raced to the scene, but they were unable to save the 82-year-old woman, Virginia Cranwell, inside. The fire was investigated, and in the probe's initial stages, it appeared that Cranwell's next-door neighbor, William, tried to come to her aid. He just looked and he saw smoke and flames, and then he just went in, said his son Matthew. After the fire was put out, he apparently opened the bedroom door and all the flames just burst out, and then he fell backwards, and I guess that's how he got his burns. William was hospitalized with second-degree burns, and his son said, "I'm happy that he tried to, rescue her. Like I said, I can't imagine anyone else who would do that." So he is the street mayor. However, as the investigation continued, fire officials determined the cause of the fire to be an intentional act. So, yeah, authorities have not revealed what evidence they compiled to form their conclusion. Everybody knows who he is, and no one ever had a bad word to say about him. But yeah, he probably got burned in setting the fire and then instead changed it that he was rescuing her. Oh boy. Okay, and then here's another craziness. So, Sylvia Vilchez's charred remains were found in her Tennessee home after her son and husband allegedly told police she was in her native country of Costa Rica. Son and husband. Officers arrived at the Graysville, Tennessee home on October 28th, and they asked about 50-year-old Sylvia after she was reported missing. Her husband, David Gardner, 64, and her 18-year-old son, Gabriel Vilchez, told officers that she's in Costa Rica, in her native country. That's where she is. Responding officers soon determined that the circumstances surrounding Sylvia's disappearance were suspicious. During a search of the property, October 30th, they located charred human remains, and those turned out to be identified as Sylvia's. Law enforcement officials said during a Monday hearing, investigators found the office room with red-brown stains and blood spatter on the walls, desk, and the printer. Wow. In an interview during the investigation, Gabriel allegedly told police he beat Sylvia with a bat in the office and dragged her body out to the fire pit. The officer said in court on Monday. During a second interview, Gabriel allegedly said Gardner, who's his stepfather, watched as he beat Sylvia with a bat and also hit her with the bat in the head. Well, if you beat Sylvia with the bat and also hit her with the bat, that doesn't even... Does that sentence even... While his stepfather watched as he beat Sylvia with a bat and also hit her with the bat. Yeah, that they should have changed that a little bit. They mean the stepfather also hit her with the bat, but they should have put... That's not grammatically... Okay, it's just a mess. Once they were done, they took her to the fire pit and burned her body. Okay. Gardner said he was asleep at the time of the killing, and he denied any involvement. Yeah, okay, buddy. These were their mugshots. He must have got a haircut in a few days there, because he looks like a different person in the other picture, doesn't he? Okay, her nephew said that she had brought Gabriel to the United States to escape hardships in Costa Rica, where the teenager had a strained relationship with his father. She raised him and gave him everything, claiming Gabriel had a troubled past and was reported in school for being aggressive. Sylvia, who is known among her loved ones as Gabby, was a beloved member of her local church, and if you ever got to know her for a little bit, your life, hold on a minute, was enriched, said the Chapel Church pastor Jeff Smith. She was the type of person who doesn't leave you the same or empty whenever you see her the next time. It's a joy. So, yeah. And then what was the motive of doing that? Did that go? Oh, I was showing her picture and it didn't go on there. Yeah. See if it does now. Yeah. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Woman killed. Oh. There's so many people that are just doing the most horrendous things you can. I can't even. Pediatricians. Okay, so let's look about this guy. This guy's in Tennessee, and he's facing execution. Go over there, nobody. And he is set to be executed. Now let's see when this was. 14 hours ago. It says on Thursday, next Thursday, for the 1988 R and murder of a Chattanooga State University student. Harold Wayne Nichols will be put to death via lethal injection. He admitted to killing the 20-year-old Karen Pulley and SAing multiple other women in the Chattanooga area. While he showed remorse during his trial, he admitted that he would have persisted with violent actions if authorities hadn't captured him. Speaking recently, the victim's sister, Lizette Monroe, described the wait for Nichols' execution as 37 years of hell. She remembered her sister as a gentle, sweet, and innocent person, expressing hope that following the execution, she can concentrate on cherished memories of her sister rather than the tragedy of her death. Legal representatives for Nichols made unsuccessful attempts to convert his sentence to life imprisonment, pointing to his acceptance of responsibility and his guilty plea. His clemency application noted that he would be the first person to be executed for a crime he pled guilty to since Tennessee reenacted the death penalty in 1978. Now he's 64 years old. He's previously had 2 execution dates postponed. State officials initially scheduled his execution for August 2020, but he received a stay due to the pandemic. And during that period, he had opted for death by the electric chair. Who would opt for that? An option available in Tennessee for prisoners convicted of offenses prior to 1999. Tennessee's lethal injection protocol in 2020 utilized 3 separate drugs administered sequentially, a procedure that defense lawyers argued was fraught with issues. The worries proved justified in 2022 when Governor Bill Lee halted the executions, including a second scheduled execution for Nichols. An independent examination of the state's lethal injection procedures revealed that none of the drugs prepared for the 7 inmates put to death had undergone proper testing. The Tennessee Department of Corrections released a revised execution protocol last December that employs the single drug pentobarbital for multiple death row inmates. Have just filed suit through a trial that matter isn't set until April. Nichols refused to select an execution method this time, meaning that his execution will default to lethal injection. His lawyer, Stephen Farrell, clarified in an email that the Tennessee Department of Corrections has not provided enough information about Tennessee's lethal injection protocol for our client to make an informed decision of how the state will end his life. Nichols' legal team on Monday secured a court order granting access to documentation from 2 previous executions, but the state hasn't turned that over. I don't even understand. Who would opt? I don't care. Like, even if they're like, does he think like electrocution is a picnic? That looks like the absolute worst way. Oh my gosh, I don't even understand that. Okay. Let's see. It's very, very odd, don't you think so? I think so. Okay. Woman 28. That's the one that was found. Here's something. Here's a new excuse. Probably never heard this one before. Let's see if that goes over. Are you going to go over or are you not? Okay. No, that's not it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this guy here, this is a stolen BMW. It looks like a Mustang, but it's a BMW in Florida. And the man had a very interesting excuse of why he was in that BMW. Calvin Curtis Johnson allegedly stole a BMW after the owner left the car unlocked when he went to go walk his dog. Body cam footage shows Johnson telling police he didn't know how he got to the location when he was being arrested. He's facing charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving with a suspended license, but he told police he was teleported into the vehicle. 36-year-old Calvin Curtis Johnson said on December 8th that he was teleported in there. He doesn't know how he got in there. It's not his fault. I don't know. I got teleported or something. And they're seen in the body cam footage saying that. Johnson is heard whining incoherently throughout the rest of the video. In another instant, when the officer says he stole the car, Johnson repeats, "I don't know how I got here." Later, he tells the officers, "You saved me from the aliens." Johnson was taken to an area hospital ahead of being transferred to the Volusia County Branch Jail on charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle. Okay, and I have an update on Austin Lynch, the shooter of Emily Finn. He was supposed to be in court on the 8th, but he only went to court yesterday, which would be Wednesday, because we're operating on Thursday. If you remember what they said, that he had shot off part of his nose and this and that. Yeah. Let me get you, see if they, I'll show you what, he looked like, which is, it's kind of amazing that, he looks the way he does. And it is exactly, Wednesday, 2 weeks from when he shot Emily execution style. Let me get you a picture of what he looks like, because it makes you really question, with a shotgun, how he did this, okay? And if you remember hearing that he allegedly shot off his nose, part of his nose, part of his nose. No. He's got like some steri strips and some stitches. Let me see here. Why are you not? Why are you being like this? Okay, finally. That's odd. Okay, let me get the close-up then. Let me make this larger. Okay, so this should show you. And her family showed up to court carrying Emily's picture. They hold Emily's picture up. They go to his court dates. Yeah, and this is how he showed up, right? Definitely doesn't look like he shot his nose off. He, think if he close range with the instrument that he killed her with, if he was doing something, he would have tremendous damage to his face. So let me get to what it said about his hearing here. They want a psychiatric consult for him to see if he's fit, competent to stand trial. Okay, because now he's going to go with the, he's insane. Yeah, you got enough text messages to show you weren't insane, buddy. Okay. Knew exactly what you were doing. Okay, so let me get to this and I'll tell you what he's looking for. Come on. Okay. All right, so these are the first images seen of him. They call him Long Island Puppy Love Killer. Gunned down his ex, Emily Finn, in an execution-style murder, botched his own taking of his own life in that. He wore a bandage across his nose, sported a green and white striped shirt, peach fuzz beard, and mustache. Judge Anthony Seraph ruled that Lynch, who was 17 at the time of the shooting, 17 by one day, he turned 18 the next day, will be tried as an adult rather than in the juvenile court, and he will go to the adult jail, not a juvenile facility. And he ordered the teen to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. Emily's uncle said that outside, he said that he has a tattoo. They all got tattoos with Emily's name and ballet slippers on. They asked him how he was doing. He said, it's miserable. It's a day by day. There is no good feeling right now. So, again, Austin Lynch is charged with the execution-style murder of Emily Finn, who's a promising student at SUNY Oneonta in New York, and a jealous rage after she broke up with him, and he couldn't process that. He made 2 visits to the college where his behavior was in jealous rages, and they erupted at least 2 visits to the upstate campus. And I can tell you my son witnessed this, okay? So, yeah, that is what happened. And she thought, well, I'll go there, and I think, when I bring back the stuff, and I just end it face to face, and I tell him there's she thought she could do it. Well, No. And as she was leaving with her car keys still in her hand, purse by her side, he went up, shot her in the back of the head, execution style. She died right there. And then apparently he allegedly tried to end his own life, but you see his face there. Okay? Let's see. And then cops found Lynch's phone in his room, where they discovered his chilling ramblings about his shattered romance. And he said, "I have set my mind on leaving this place before my 18th birthday. I effing hate her." So, and he called her a WHORE and other things like that. So, we'll be following him. Coward. Effing coward. Okay. Okay, let me get to... the other stuff. Let's see what's going on with Anna Kepner. If there's anything. And there's never anything new about Melody Buzzard either. There's going to be another Summer Wells. I don't even know. And I know that a few days ago, what was it, a couple of days ago, Sebastian Rogers' birthday, 17th birthday. Still nothing on that case. So Anna Kepner, let's see what we have. Creeping a little closer as a best friend. Officially named suspect. What's going on with that? Yeah, I'm not. Okay, let's see what we got on this new. Preliminary, there was no signs of SA. There did not appear to be drugs or alcohol in Anna's system. This is from someone that, let's see. No, nothing on that so far. That's very odd. And I don't know what the heck happened to my YouTube. Okay, it must be over here. For some reason I've got two things open. Okay, hi. I can't believe the way that Walsh acted so calmly. Oh, when he was shot? Because that's the way they act. Look at Jodi Arias. Look at Chris Watts. When he was loading the truck, they're sociopaths, psychopaths. They don't process things the way normal people do, Anna. They don't. That's why Chris Watts had to look up, how do you feel? What do you feel when someone tells you they love you? They don't know how to process that stuff. That's why Jodi Arias could get pulled over right after she brutally killed Travis Alexander, and the detective says she wasn't acting strange at all. That's how they are. Yep. That's how it goes. We're supposed to be streaming in 2 different streams. Does anybody see the second stream that's supposed to be in the vertical feed? Because I'm showing it on my dashboard, but I'm wondering. Let me see if I see it. Let's try to see if we see it. Coming up over here. I see, I believe this is, no. Where is, that's very odd. Okay, let me see. Let's try that. Yeah, there's something wrong. I don't see my my video coming up at all. Either one of them. See older ones, my ones from yesterday. That's very odd. Let's see. Oh, that explains a lot. All of my other ones are coming up. And, either one of these, there's supposed to be 2 videos on right now. Does anybody see them in their feed? I don't know. If you're in the chat, if you are here, probably not, because you probably didn't even get the thing. Let's see. Thanks for explaining, Carolyn. Yeah. Well, she means she's still investigating, though, Anna. What is she investigating? There's nothing to investigate. There's nothing to investigate. People that stay on that kind of stuff when there's nothing to investigate, I don't know. I don't find them have a lot of integrity. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. Because what is there? There's no news. It's like when people stayed on the Watts case, and they're still on the Watts case now and lying to people that this is happening and that's happening, and it's not. So all of that stuff is just, that's the YouTube people just making drama amongst themselves or amongst the people on the case, and it has nothing to do with the missing person, missing child. That's in my opinion. You can take it for what it is, but too much crazy is going on in the, yeah, lots of stuff going on. Oh, I see. Hi, Chrissy. Okay, and I'm just wondering why I'm not seeing the live. Super Chat. Carolyn, have you made any videos dealing with harassment? Yes, Super Chat. Yes, I have. Why do you ask, Super Chat? Are you asking for a reason, or you're just wondering? Ow, what's going on? I have to put... Chat is crazy delayed. Crazy delayed. What would you like to know about the harassment and bullying? I'll answer any questions that you have. Is it taken seriously on here? No, it's not. I would like to listen about the personal situation I spoke of the other day. Oh, that kind of situation? Well, see, in my situation, um, it was a full-on smear campaign, behind-the-scenes stuff, um, unbelievable lies, being sued for my own content, okay? Suing me for my content, taking my content and suing me. And when we won, they still said we didn't win. Doing that for 2 years. Yeah. Hi, White Angel. So, yeah, attacking my kids, attacking my husband, attacking my livelihood, attacking my family. Yeah, but all to drive me off this platform. Well, I'd go. I'd be so scared. I would go. Yeah, because you're a quitter. But anyway, I don't. The laws are going to change because it's escalating in such a way. There will be no choice but to have to change the laws. It's getting worse and worse. What started as the Wild West is getting like unbelievable. Going through. Oh, are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Anna. Yeah, I'm keeping strong. I'm keeping strong. I've got God, a big faith in God, and God's seen me through this, and I'm very thankful. And Michael Vaughn case. Really hit you. Yeah, Anna, but still, like, even in that case, like, you had something, and then you have an arrest, and this, that. The wheels of justice move very slowly, and sadly, for those cases, look at John Benet Ramsey. You know, there, some cases it just seems there's, I don't know. But on YouTube, like, there's certain cases that people don't want to let go of, even when there's nothing. And to just keep going on and about it every single day. And then when you get people that are like into the drama of the families and going back and forth, and just, I mean, we've seen it in those cases. It's turned into a sideshow. But that's the way it goes, right? What was I going to say? I found a beautiful snow babies. Have you ever seen the snow babies with the little snow baby is a shepherd, and she's got like 3 sheep behind her? I was going through stuff today and found that. Yeah, and it's the way it is. But I don't know what else. So Walsh, I think, is going to be, let's see, you guys, you're kind of split very marginally that there's going to be a verdict tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I think if it's early enough, there will be. I cannot imagine the jury deliberating much in that case. So, that's what that's all about. And what else is going on? Tomorrow's Friday. And as for the auction on Saturday, I do not think there will be an auction on Saturday. That's why we had an auction on Wednesday. And so whether there will be one Sunday or I don't know. It all depends. I have family coming in, so I don't know. Came across a term today, criminal harassment, which sounds like what you endured, but not sure under what conditions charges can be. Oh, criminal harassment is a term, yeah. But it's what you'll find is that our technology, the laws are not as advanced as our technology is, but it's going to get to that point, and it is getting to that point because of how quickly things are escalating. I don't know. It's ridiculous, but it's the way it is. So, what else did we have? Is there any other trial? There was a drowning mom trial, but I'm not following that one. I think Walsh is all, and I really hope, in a way, that the next trial will be after the holidays, because it's a lot. It's very time consuming to, watch everything in these trials and then report on them. It's a lot. And when there's more than one, like many times we've had 2 or 3 happening at the same time, it takes a toll. It's very, a lot of them, especially if they're kids or something, it's very grueling, very emotional. But I wanted to see, who was there? Courtney Clenny. I really thought she was going to have her trial. Then we've got Bridegan, Gardner. They're not until August, and the Moscow Mule poisoning, Mormon murder. That's not. When is that? When is she going? Let's see when she's going. When is she going to trial? Corey Richens, right? When is she going to trial? Let us see. Let's see. Judge cites substantial evidence in denying Corey Richens her trial of February of 2026. So she's coming up before Gardner. So Corey's coming up. I don't see how she's going to be found anything but guilty. And which is the other one I said? She was denied a new bail hearing in November. Gardner, the other Mormon that is accused of killing her her ex-husband, Jared Bridegan. That's going to be August. And who else are we waiting for? Courtney Clenny. When is that? I really thought she was. Let me see when Courtney Clenny's coming. Whitney Clenny, one of you. Three months ago, she was supposed to have a trial in December. Now what is she doing? It's so weird that okay, let's see here. If this has anything, when is this trial happening? Delay was announced in October with no rescheduled date. Sometime next year. Okay, so she's got sometime next year. So she's not coming out. Let's see. Trinity is supposed to go to trial. Trinity. Wait a minute. I think, are you talking about the girl that was on trial last week for the boyfriend's, the pageant queen? Cheerleader. Trinity, the cheerleader. Let me see. Trinity, the cheerleader? Murder trial? I'm not sure who you mean. If you're talking about Trinity Poag, she was found guilty last week, Super Chat. I'm not sure who you mean. Yeah, I'm not finding confused of who you mean. The cheerleader who, oh, are you talking about the one in Kentucky that just happened? They'll never have a trial that fast. They'll tell you something. It'll never happen that fast. Never. Yeah, I know who you mean, but that just happened. That just happened in August. They're not going to go to a trial now. Yeah, it takes a lot. The wheels of justice move slow. Yeah, there's going to be so much before that. Look at these ones that are going to trial now and how long they've been. I mean, even Brian Walshe, pretty soon for the way things are, but it's going to be 3 years. You know, close to 3 years. January will be 3 years. Takes a long time. Even when they say, oh, this will be this, then there's always delays. They're always continuing them. There's always something. There's a delay. There's this, there's that. It's the way it works. Not unless they choose to have, like, this speedy trial, like that guy in Florida, thinking that he was going to get off, and didn't help him out too much either. Yeah. That'll be a while. I don't even know that didn't they have something with even trying to figure out the cause of death of the baby and stuff in that case? There was a lot going on in that case. And then you've got that other one. I don't know. The attempted murder of that ex football's athlete's estranged wife, the one that in the Bahamas. You know which one I'm talking about? And then he was dating one of the Christies. I don't think that's going on anymore, but he was dating one of the Chrisleys' daughters. And that's not gone to trial. Takes a long, long time. Trying to think, what else do we have? I don't know why, like this whole Anna Kepner thing too is just weird, but it's really weird about that Arkansas thing. Cheerleaders and crime would make an interesting study thesis. Yeah, well, you have that other one, that Brooke Schuyler Richardson. You remember her? Allegedly had her baby in the bathroom and buried it in the backyard. And got off. And then you have that, what was it, the Texas mother that was the mother of the cheerleader. Wasn't she running people over in the car? Her daughter's competition? You have that. Scooter, where are you? Where'd Scooter go? She made a turkey today, but I didn't understand when she did her live. I don't think she had made her stuffing or anything yet, which I don't understand. Trying to think. Patrick Frazee, he took several years to go to. And you never heard anything about like his appeals? And I wonder where. Let's see where he is. Let's visit where Patrick Frazee is, and where is she got let out, right? That the rodeo queen that cleaned up the crime scene. Let's see. Where is Patrick Frazee? Patrick Frazee is currently incarcerated in Arkansas Valley Correctional Facility in Ordway, Colorado, where he is serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 156 years. He was convicted in the November 2019 murder of his fiancée Kelsey Barrett. in 2018. I remember waiting for that arrest. It took forever, it seemed, right? Let's see. So did he ever file any appeals? You didn't even hear. I thought with his mother and stuff, we wouldn't hear really so many appeals. Oh my gosh, I must be psychic here. 2 days ago, there's something about him. Let's see what this is about. Patrick Frazee, serving a life sentence plus 156 years, claims that testimony from an expert witness during the trial should not have been admissible. Testimony was from a Department of Human Services caseworker who met with Frazee after he was arrested in 2018, sorry about that, 2018, to discuss his daughter's custody needs and additional questions about her care. Court documents state that the caseworker was not a law enforcement officer who had never been trained in law enforcement interrogation techniques and did not provide Miranda warnings to Frazee. After the meeting ended, the caseworker documented what she had learned in a summary before she was eventually selected as a witness for the prosecution. Frazee suppressed all statements he had made to the caseworker and agreed that the custodial interrogation occurred without the requisite Miranda warnings, which he argued violated his constitutional rights. According to Fraser's family, he is trying again to appeal his conviction with the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office, which prosecuted the original case. Good luck with that. Let's see here. What's this from? He lost an appeal in 2023. And Crystal Lee Kenny, she's out, right? Let's see. Did they ever make a movie about Patrick Frazee? I don't think so. Let's see about Crystal Lee Kenny. I believe she got out a while ago, right? Didn't she? Crystal Lee. Crystal Lee Kenny. Sentence vacated for, hold on a minute. Crystal Lee Kenny, her sentence was vacated after a plea agreement in connection with murder of Kelsey Barrett. What the heck happened there? Crystal Lee Kenny, who admitted knowing Patrick Frazee was plotting to kill Kelsey Barrett and helping him clean up the murder scene, has had her sentence vacated. Colorado Court of Appeals has also remanded Kenny's case for resentencing. The appeals court said that the Teller County District Court had erroneously sentenced Kenny outside the presumptive maximum term when they sentenced her to 3 years in prison because aggravating circumstances could not be applied. Kenny took a plea deal in the case and was sentenced to 3 years in the Colorado Department of Corrections. Without that deal, she would have faced a sentence of more than 100 years. In March of, let's see what year this was, 2021? 2021. March of 2020, Kenny requested to move to a halfway house. That request was denied in June of 2020. The appeals court states in their ruling that the maximum presumptive sentence for her crime is 18 months in the Department of Corrections. So she's long been out, right? Let's see. Let's see where she is. Oh, prior to Kenny's release from prison, she apologized to Barrett's family at her sentencing in January 2020. I know saying I'm sorry is not good enough. I don't even know what the right word is to describe the remorse that I feel. I'm sorry Kaylee will not have her biological mother, and I'm sorry to everyone who's been affected by this horrible tragedy. I'm sorry that I could not save Kelsey. However, the judge at her sentencing, Judge Scott Sells, told her that her actions were cold, calculating, and cruel. Simply saying I'm sorry is not enough. You made an ongoing multi-day effort to tamper with evidence that spanned hours and hours and hundreds of miles. Interesting. Okay, let's see. What's going on with the chat here? What time is it there? It is 1:54 in the morning. What time is it there, Anna? See, I don't know. I have two streams running, two different videos running. I'm in a split screen, but I can only see one chat. And why wouldn't it tell me where the... I don't know. I don't know if it's 6:35 in the morning. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Let me just check this again. I'm going to check this again. Uh-oh. Somebody fell off. Somebody fell off. Okay, let's try this. That's so strange. Showing me all my videos from a day ago on, but it's not showing me that I'm live. That's odd. Okay, let's see. If that's the case with this dual stream, then that's not too good. Very strange. Does anybody see it that's here, or how did you find it? Because I'm not seeing either one of my live streams for this one right here. There's supposed to be a horizontal and a vertical, and I don't see either one. It's really strange. Do you see it, Heart? Do you see either one of my live videos? There's supposed to be two videos running, one horizontal and one vertical, and I don't see anything. You're so glad to catch a live. I don't know how you found it, Anna. How did you find it? Where's Megan Els? Because Megan Els hasn't been getting, and I wanted to talk to her. She had a pretty rough day today. She definitely did. Never a movie made about Swayze? Patrick Frazee. Frazee. I know, it sounds like... It's very strange, and I can't even find my... Let me see. I don't know what's up with this. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find out if anyone can see this. Let me see, because I'm quite perplexed about this. Okay, let's see. It's very odd. I don't know why I can't. I'm going to get my, hold on, I'm going to get my iPad and my phone. I want to see, because I'm not able to see it. So, no, it wouldn't be on Facebook. I want to see it on YouTube. It should be showing two streams. It should be showing two streams, a vertical and a horizontal. And I don't know, and I you know, it's pretty stupid for me to do it if it's not showing either one. You know, it's weird. Let me see. I'm going to see if it's showing on my phone or my iPad, because it's just odd. Yeah, it's not showing. It's not showing at all on my phone. When I put in the search, I have it from the other days, but I see nothing about my live that's on right now. Not at all. Can you guys all do a search and see if you see it? I'm going to try my iPad now because I don't see it at all. This is beyond bizarre. I'm going to have to put a report in. Yeah. It's not coming up at all, horizontal or vertical. So I don't know if this dual streaming freaking thing is really messing it up. My other videos on it, on Brian Walshe and stuff, show up, but neither one that's live now. Let me see if I go to the channel itself. Now if I go to the channel itself, try to do a search and see if it comes. If I go to the channel, it's not showing me the vertical one at all. It's only showing me the horizontal one. Even when I hit live and even when it says I'm supposed to be having a dual stream. So that's really bizarre. Very weird. Very, very weird. Has anybody been able to get it to come up into search? Something is definitely very bizarre. No. See? Yeah, there's something really bizarre going on. It doesn't come up in the search at all. Not even if you put the channel name and the title. It brings back the videos that I've done prior. It's very odd. I don't think I'll do the dual streaming again because it's not working properly. And I think it's really messing up. In fact, I think I may do a test. And hey, Twisted, I don't understand what's going on, but I can't find my videos at all. I can search the Mommy Ramblings, Brian Walshe, and this video doesn't come up. Well, my other videos do, but it doesn't show it at all. Yeah, but that's Facebook. Okay, that's great, but I should be coming up on YouTube. You're trying to, what are you trying to do? Contact? What are you trying to do, Ian? You're trying to contact who, Ian? I just don't understand that. And I think it's this stupid dual streaming. I think there's something definitely not okay in it. because I don't think it is dual streaming, even though it says it is on my side, but it's not coming up at all. It's coming up, all my videos. See, all my previous videos are coming up, but not this video. No, I don't want you to get it through Facebook. I'm wondering if it's coming up on YouTube, Ann. It's not. It's because it's not coming up for me on YouTube. If you put it in, it's like I'm not even on. No, but Anne, I don't care about Facebook. I'm wondering about YouTube. Searching it on YouTube, it's not coming up. Which is very odd. The older videos are coming up. We just be calm at moment. We just be calm at moment. I'm just confused. Just really, there's something's really odd. Very odd. Hi, Twisted. Hey, Twisted, do you see my video if you do a search? Because it's not coming up for me at all. If you do a search, Mommy Ramblings, Brian Walshe, it's not bringing up my video. It's bringing up video from yesterday, the video from the day before that. It's not bringing up this video. What did you add? I don't know what you're saying. Hold on a minute. I've got to turn this a little. Hold on a minute. Let me turn this. I can't see. I have to make my resolution a little bit higher. Okay, let's see. What? What, Anna? I don't get what you're saying. I'm confused, Anna. I don't understand. I think, are you back in the chat or something? I'm confused. What? Okay. Okay. You put in Mommy Ramblings Brian Walshe in the search. You didn't go to my channel. You went just to a search bar on YouTube and it came up? Because it's not coming up for me, and it's not coming up for Heart, and it's not coming up for, I don't think it's coming up for Anna either. I don't mean go to my channel. I mean go to the YouTube. Just give it a few minutes. Well, we've already been on for quite some time. And we've been on for quite some time and it's not coming up. You found me with that. But that's not the channel. Okay, let me see. Let me check that. You found this video though? Did you find both streams or just one? See, it's not dual streaming even though it says it is. That's what I'm finding. And I can't find it at all unless, let me see. Hard, I'm even putting in that, which you just said, Mommy Ramblings blog, and it's not coming up for me. My older videos on it, not this one. 5 days ago, 8 days ago, 2 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, 5 days ago. I'm not getting this one. There's something really wacko. That's the last time I'll do a live a dual stream. Until this is fixed. This is ridiculous. Oh, now my whatchamacall just ended. Hold on, let me open that up. Carolyn, I got notified that you were live on YouTube. Yeah, but Chrissy, if you go to YouTube, just the YouTube page, and you put in the search bar Mommy Ramblings Brian Walshe, and even Brian Walshe Live Mommy Ramblings, see if anything comes up for you, because it's not coming up for me. My older videos are, but it's not coming up. Okay, now it just, let me see. First time just came up now. 1. No dual stream. And then all of my other videos. Now let me see something here. If I don't, put the word live in it, it doesn't come up at all. And not coming up at all there. Let me see. And if I don't put the words Brian Walshe together, it doesn't come up at all, even with the word live. The only reason I got it is because I put the words Brian Walshe, and it was a mistake, together by accident. I typed in Mommy Ramblings Brian Walshe. This one came up twisted, the new one, the live one. This is not coming up for me. You just sent a few messages, nothing coming up. If I put in Brian Walshe, it doesn't come. Exactly. There's something very wrong here. I'm almost tempted to do another live without the dual stream, because just thinking, because no, there's something really wacko. It's not. It's not picking up the live. That's weird. I wonder if it is this stupid supposed dual stream, but I don't think it is a dual stream. I think that's just a joke. Gotta color my hair tomorrow. It's like ridiculous. I was gonna do it today and I ended up doing a bunch of other stuff. Tomorrow I'll look like a normal person again with this. It's so bad. I don't know why. That's just so odd. Where are the messages going? What do you mean, Anna? I'm not sure what you mean by messages going. Tell me what you mean. It's not messages. We're doing a search. Okay, if I just, now see on the Safari on the iPhone, if I just put in Mommy Ramblings, space in between the live, 1 comes up, but it's supposed to be 2, but it's 1. And then if I go to, let me see here. Let's put in Brian Walshe. Yeah, when I put in Mommy Ramblings Brian Walshe, it doesn't come up. My old ones, but not the live one. So weird. I went on YouTube, typed in the Brian Walshe. Took a bit, but it came up with today's video. That's so weird, though. I just think that's so weird. I really do think it's this stupid dual streaming thing, because it's not streaming. It's not doing the dual streaming. And it's bizarre because my thing says, on the back side of YouTube, it says that it's dual streaming and I have an excellent connection. I don't understand this at all. Where the freak is it dual streaming to? The older videos first. Yeah, that shouldn't be like that, Chrissy. It should show you the one that's live first. Something's wacko with this. Very strange. Come on over to Ireland. Yeah, I can't come right now, though. Just odd. Odd, odd, odd. Very odd. Very strange. Very, very strange. I don't know. I'll have to get to the bottom of it. There's got to be some reason that it's not showing out there. But anyway, tomorrow, Brian Walshe, closing arguments, and then will we have a verdict? I think if it's early enough, we'll have a verdict. If it ends at I don't know. I can't see it going long because they didn't do long openings. In fact, they did really short openings. So I think there is going to be a verdict tomorrow. I think these people want to be out and done with this. They want to go Christmas shopping, put up their tree, relax, do stuff. They had a break today, yes, but I think they really need a big break. Big break. Yeah, I will let them know something's wacko. Definitely, there's something's been wacko for a while with the searches, but the judge was not happy today. Why do you say that? Do you say that because they were correcting her jury instructions and she seemed a little perturbed about that? Is that what you see? Tell me why you say she wasn't happy. She seemed a little perturbed that they wanted to change, like that, the Commonwealth, that first Walsh is roasted, says Anne Marie. The way the lawyers were telling her what to take. Yeah, right? Okay, good. Then you saw that too. She seemed really, really pissed about that. First she asked them, like what, and then she was pissed. It was a weird exchange, the whole thing. I don't know. I just think they'll have a verdict tomorrow. I feel like that. And I feel like it'll be guilty. And I think, is he going to have a reaction? I don't know. I don't know. Well, they do go over jury instructions and like what they want, but I don't know. She just seemed really, really upset by it. And then it was funny because the defense wanted to say, well, I think they said tried. And she's like, who said tried? And then the Commonwealth didn't like admit it. Like you think they would say, oh, we did. They were like, they were like backing down. It was weird. Very weird. He has no empathy. I know, but for himself, for his mother, he's his mother's only child, and all of that. So I wonder if he will show anything like, I didn't do it, or he'll just be like, I don't know. You never know how they're going to act. I know that he gets very red during like videos and stuff that are shown that are quite incriminating. He gets really red. He was kind of red today. He wasn't joking around like other people were joking around. Why would you be joking around? Because your life is on the freaking line. But who was joking around recently? And I thought, oh, they're joking around and laughing and everything. And was it I don't remember what one it was. It was crazy. Why won't he tell them where he got rid of her body? I don't know. Yeah, he just panicked, Chrissy. He was just panicking. Just panicking. Just panicking. Panic, panic, panic. Panic, panic, panic. I was thinking like that Australian guy got rid of his wife, as horrible as it is, in a blender. Just like, did he do something with, I don't know. Well, they haven't found anything in the kitchen, but I was thinking like the garbage disposal or something. I don't know. I don't know if you'll ever find her now. I mean, what did he do with all those buckets? Were the Home Depot buckets, the Lowe's buckets were still in the basement. Were the Home Depot buckets ever found somewhere? I don't think they've ever shown that the Home Depot buckets were found. So what did he do with them? Did he weight them down and throw them out? But see, he had an ankle monitor. Shouldn't they know his every whereabout? Right? With the ankle monitor, GPS, wouldn't they know every single solitary place that man went? Unless someone helped him. I don't know. Yeah, right, Chrissy. But, did someone help him? I don't think so. I mean, what friends did he have? Where could her body be? They know every single place he went with that GPS monitor. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said that he didn't have, he had to bring the trash somewhere, right? That's what they said. He had to bring the trash somewhere. They didn't pick it up right there. So, I don't know. It's really odd. The only thing they have is like a sliver of something in the hacksaw, and that's it. And her clothes and her watch and stuff like that. But I don't know where the rest of her is. What did he do with her? You think they would have given him like some kind of a plea if he told where she was, right? Jen Grill is saying something about she thinks that she went to an incinerator or something, that they couldn't get the garbage back. But let me see if that's, I want to see if that's the case. Let me see. Shoot. Let me see. He searched 10 ways to dispose of a body, a dead body. So, did they ever find the Home Depot buckets? The Lowe's buckets were there. On January 2nd, his searches include hacksaw, best tool to dismember. Can you be charged with murder without a body? Can you identify a body with broken teeth? Same day, he purchased 3 rugs at a Home Depot store in Norwell. He also bought cleaning supplies, maps, brushes, tape, a tarp, Tyvek suit with boot covers, buckets, goggles, baking soda, and a hatchet at a Home Depot store in Rockland. He then removed the gloves and mask at the Derby Street Shops, an outdoor shopping center in Hingham, just after 5:30 p.m. On January 3rd, he was seen traveling to a dumpster in Abington, and he was seen carrying and discarding items that appeared to be heavy. He then traveled to an apartment complex in Abington and another one in Brockton, about 4 miles west of Abington, where he discarded more items. Police later tried to track down the bags he was seen putting in the dumpsters, but they'd already been destroyed after having been picked up. Okay, they were destroyed. They were picked up and transported for shredding and incineration. Oh, wow. Brian also conducted more Google searches. What happens to hair on a dead body? What is the rate of decomposition of a body found in a plastic bag compared to on a surface in the woods? And can baking soda make a body smell good? January 4th, Brian was interviewed at his home by police, and he also bought towels, bath mats, and men's clothing, squeegees, and a trash can at stores like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Lowe's. When authorities arrived at the house, they saw Brian Walshe's Volvo had a plastic liner and the seats were down. A few days later, the liner was gone and there was fresh vacuum streaks on the carpet. An analysis later showed blood in the car. On January 5th, Brian Walshe's phone records show that he traveled to a daycare center, then to his mother's apartment complex in Swampscott. Surveillance video captured him in the area of the complex where a dumpster was located. Authorities searched. Okay, and the contents of the dumpster after they had been moved to a waste transfer station in Peabody, a town of 5 miles north, and they found 10 trash bags that included stains consistent with blood, towels, tape, slippers, we saw those slippers, Tyvek suit, rugs, cleaning agents, carpets, a COVID vaccination card for Anna, a hacksaw, cutting shears, a hatchet, clothing, and a Prada purse that Brian Walshe has told investigators his wife was last seen with. She also had a watch and hunter boots. The couple's DNA was identified on the slippers and the Tyvek suit that was found in the trash bags. On January 8th, prosecutors searched the home and they found blood in the basement. They found a damaged knife with blood on it, another knife, a heavy-duty large tarp, and plastic liners. And he was arrested that same day. There had not been any activity on Anna Walsh's credit card since she was last seen, but phone records indicated that it was at the family's home on New Year's Eve until 3:14 a.m., January 2nd, at which point it was turned off, according to prosecutors. The probable cause affidavit and the arrest warrant, let's see, I have the same details. Brian entered. Okay. Okay, so that report actually is from January 18th of 2023. So it's interesting to get that. Let's see. Where the heck are you guys? Okay. Let's see what you got. So they said about the trash, you would think so. 10 ways, yep. It was very busy for a brand new year, lots of shopping, yeah, cleaning the house very well, right? Making sure everything is ship shape, replacing all the peroxide in the house, because he believes the new year you should start with all fresh bottles of peroxide. But also, they never asked him about how come he bought all that peroxide and all those peroxide wipes and all the spray peroxide, and he was only charged for the spray peroxide at, what was it, CVS? That doesn't make a bit of sense. And I mean, I'm surprised they didn't even mention it. I don't understand why they wouldn't even mention it. That is crazy. I don't get it. And let's see. Oopsie. So we're going to do, I guess, our word game. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member. You get great perks, and it's a great way to support the channel. And we do have a goal up there tonight, but appreciate any support we get, and appreciate you all being here. And I just wish that that we would be coming up in the searches. That would be good. I don't know what's up with that. We're going to have to find out what's going on with that. Let me get the word game. Yeah, I know. They didn't mention a lot of this stuff, Chrissy. It's like, and it's very infuriating. Because you would think it was the perfect time for the prosecution to say, well, what's going on? How come he rang up all that stuff and it only shows 4 bottles of peroxide? You know, what's up with that? What's up with that? Shoot. I don't understand. And you're contacting Sandy about what? Tell me what you're contacting. How are you contacting Sandy, hon? And for what? I don't get it. About what, sweetheart? Merry Christmas there, Anne. Oh, Annie and AIM, right? Oh, Maine, yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Did we? Oh yeah, gain. Okay. And then two. I don't think so. Let's see. I think eyes are getting so tired. Oh, Fang. Did we do Fang? Fang. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, infamy. Yes, it will live in infamy. Yeah. Very good, very good. Okay. Yeah, I've got reels and reels. And Merle, how about Merle? Oopsie, wait, stop. Oh, eel. And eels, yeah. Right. Rebel. Yeah. And rebels, right? Very good. Where's Murder of Crows? I haven't seen Murder of Crows in several days. I think it might even be since Abuelita was here, and Murder of Crows said she was going to go to the doctor. I hope everything's all right. And Megan Els, I hope you're all right, because I got you in the comments. You're probably resting. Either that or you haven't seen our video, because it's not people aren't finding it. Okay, so we have hold on, I gotta get something. Brie, but I don't know if that's it's extra. It's extra. Amy's Justice League, are you here? Where is Amy's Justice League? Because she asked me to do, let me see. Amy's Justice League, where are you? Amy's Justice League, where are you? Let me see, I've got to look at something here. I've got to look at something. Let me see something. Should have looked at this before, right here. Yeah. Okay, there's only one stream showing, even though it says it's a dual stream. That's not true. And I wanted to see something. Hold on one second. Let me see here. Okay. Go to where's this? Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I'm trying to go to my, let's see what happened here. I just want to make sure that nobody has, very interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens there. Hang on a minute, I'm just trying to fix something over here. Oh, let's do this one. See you later on that. And one more time. Oh shoot, I just missed something. Hold on one second. I had to do something here. Please be there again. Thank you. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay. And I have to get a piece. I'm still craving something. I want to get a piece of a protein bar. I'll be right there. Did you find anything? Lear's else? Oh, else. Let's try that. Else. Elsie. Yes, that's good. Else. And what did you have? Lear's eres tú? No. Berms, let's try that. Berm. Okay, that's an extra. How about berms? Nope. I tried mirrors, didn't I? Yep. And mirrors, yep. Try that. Oh, elm. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Elm. Yes, and elms, right? Get over there. Okay, now we're only down to one more. We got to get this so we can go to bed. Let's see. Rebel. It's not Merle. Doodly-doo. Number. Doo-doo. Hold on, let me get my thing here. B-L-E-R-R. Well, no, it can't be because it has to be after an E. You might have to say, we'll get it next time, but I don't know. Let me get a piece of a protein perhaps. I'm cold. Maybe I'll have this for no, stop. I gotta put on my video about these. I didn't put on my video about these. Hold on, I gotta give some of these to my friend. Hi, friend. Hey, baby. Banana? Where? First freeze-dried banana? Did you get it? Good guy. I'm gonna put a couple of these in a bag for him. It's really good, really good. Okay. Did you figure it out? Meese? Let me see. Mm-mm. Green. We don't have a G. Oh. Let me see. I don't know. BR, Hold on, I'm going to search for myself again. It's not showing up. Again, we're trying to search for the, nobody was finding us. It wasn't coming up at all. And it's really freaking weird. Yep, I just did it again. It's still not bringing it up. That is so crazy. I don't understand. But I know what he can find us now. That was crazy. All right. Yeah. I don't know where he's going to go to bed. I'll just see what's going on with this, why we're not coming up, and I'm not going to dual stream again because we're not dual streaming, and it seems to really, really be throwing us out of the loop. I don't know. So if you guys can share the stream, help the channel out. That would be appreciated. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and God bless, prayers, and we'll see you then.